The Roster tab is used to create an employee's caseload. There are some key functions of the roster. First, it is a point of control for restricting the clients that an employee can see in the database. In the OTC Global Permissions section of Desktop Security, you have the option of allowing users in a given role to only see their assigned clients. When this is enforced, the employees can only view the clients added to their roster. It is very important to then have defined processes for who manages employee rosters and how clients get added so that users can efficiently write notes or perform other client-related tasks. If the assigned clients rule is not enforced in securities and rosters are still created, then the users can toggle to see their caseload as desired. This is handled under the Options menu. Checking assigned clients will show just clients assigned to their roster. Unchecking assigned client shows all clients in the user's assigned cost centers via security setup. The roster also serves as a way for documenting when employees became credentialed to work with clients. By adding in the date completed, you can indicate when the client's treatment plan was reviewed and all paperwork in place certifying that the client and employee relationship is valid. The Don't Send checkbox becomes important when the client-employee relationship is no longer a good one. If the client is added to the roster and this box is checked, then the scheduler will be notified not to send the employee to work with the client in the event that they are scheduled together. There is a validation that controls the rule in securities. You can choose whether or not you want to enforce this rule, meaning, do you want the scheduler to be notified not to send the employee to work with the client? And you can also choose whether or not the validation can be overridden. If it cannot be overridden, then the scheduler will be blocked from creating a scheduled event between that client and employee. Lastly, there is another validation that pertains to the roster. That is the Employee Client Training Rule. This works in conjunction with the checkbox on the service authorization, also called Enforce Employee Client Training. When setting up an authorization, you can indicate per service when you want to only allow employees to work with clients that are rostered together. This can be most effective, again, at the scheduler in order to proactively ensure valid working relationships. If a client is not added to an employee's roster, then a notification is presented alerting you that the schedule for that service is not recommended. All of these control points add a lot of value for ensuring that there are valid working relationships and to limit the exposure of client data.